It's rare that I will view a cartoon, even a much older cartoon, without any context. So I watched Caviar, which is a Terrytoons, the first official Terrytoons cartoon, with no knowledge of what it was about. And having now watched it, I still don't know anything about it. And, well, that's a lie. I don't know what it's about. I've read other people's reviews, and apparently it includes Russian music, which I didn't pick up on because I'm not familiar with the songs. And it's supposed to be very Russian in feel, which, as somebody who doesn't watch Russian cartoons, or have, to my knowledge, I haven't seen any, again, that's not something I picked up on. So, and I always think you should be able to watch a cartoon or any art in isolation without any knowledge and still get something from it. And I did. There were bits of it that I enjoyed, but I feel like in isolation, it makes absolutely no sense. And it is worth pointing out that the only version of this currently available is in French, or rather it's the French theatrical print, but I don't think that makes any difference because there are no words on the screen, it is just purely animation, there is no context. And it starts off with these mice who are rowing a boat, they're being whipped by a cat and told to do this, and then the next thing you know, one of these mice comes across a swordfish. This swordfish is jabbing at this mouse, but then this mouse produces a bottle of vodka and gives this swordfish the vodka, and suddenly they're best of friends. And then there's a frame where there are loads of bottles bobbing in the sea. The cat's not best pleased by this, and it seems like the mice are getting away. And then there are these creatures that look like wolves. I'm not sure if they're meant to be more cats, but they look like wolves. I think they're wolves, and they're chasing various characters up a tree. And there's this little helpless mouse who needs to be rescued. A beautiful scene where this mouse is ice skating. The animation style is very nice. The wolves look really sheepish at one point, which I thought was absolutely adorable. And the style of animation I think is quite nice. I just feel like I need more context as to what they were trying to achieve or what on earth was going on, because there are certain things at the beginning where these two characters are dancing and doing backflips, and then there's this, what I believe is a big bear. Looks like it's wearing a tutu. I'm not sure what the relevance of that is at all. So there are elements of this that I would have appreciated more context and more information about. But viewing it in isolation with no other knowledge, I can still enjoy aspects of it. I'll be honest, as inappropriate as it is, I did find it very entertaining when the mouse just produced a bottle of vodka and fed it to the swordfish, because why not? So it's a little bit ludicrous, and to be honest, the narrative is a bit messy. Maybe if I had more context, some questions would be answered and elements of it would make sense, but it kind of feels like a melting pot of different concepts that they wanted to work with at the time and then just decided to throw everything in one go and have these different characters and these different problems to what is a really nice musical backdrop. So for me, it's not that great. I think maybe if I knew more about it, if there was more information out there about it, I'd have more context and a deeper understanding. But that again does beg the question, should you have to rely on additional information, or should you be able to just watch the source and enjoy it for what it is? And I did enjoy parts of it, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad cartoon, but in itself, there are questions. And without answers to those questions, I can't fully enjoy it. Caviar is definitely worth watching if you're a fan of Terrytoons, with it being the first official Terrytoons, and of course with it previously being lost, it's certainly worth watching while you can and taking advantage of that. I probably won't watch it again until I have answers to questions and can then maybe have a different perspective. For the moment, I thought it was more curious than enjoyable, but I am pleased that I've seen it.